on time. Today is December the 5th of 2023, and this is our regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the Alabama Public Service Commission. For the record, the public was notified of today's meeting by notice dated November the 1st of 2023. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us, and at this time, if you will please turn your phones off or to vibrate, we certainly would appreciate it. Let me introduce my colleagues. In attendance today, in place one, we have Commissioner Jeremy H. Oden. I am President of the Commission, Twinkle Andress Kavanaugh. To my left is Commissioner Chris Chip Beaker, Jr. in place two. Our Executive Director and Administrative Law Judge to my far right is John Garner. And below, and we're so glad you're back and doing so well, is our Secretary, Mr. Walter Thomas. And next, as is customary each month, one person gets to bring in a friend or a colleague to offer the prayer and the pledge. And this month, it is my honor to introduce, and she really needs no introduction, but to bring up our friend and colleague, Sue Ellen Young. For those of you who don't know Sue Ellen, where have you been? She started at the Alabama Public Service Commission in 1980 while attending law school. And just for the record, in 1980, I was still in high school. So she's been here a long time. She must have started in kindergarten. But in 1985, she became a full-time attorney at the Alabama Public Service Commission. And for the record, I was in college. So she has been here, like I said, for quite some time, serving the public so well. Sue Ellen Lambert Young attends Trinity Episcopal Church in Wetumpka, Alabama, and she started working with the youth there 29 years ago. Quite a record. She's married to Lane Young. They've been married for 29 years. They have two daughters, Brett and Abigail, and as Sue Ellen likes to say, the cutest dog in the world, Sambo. But we are delighted to have Sue Ellen. I thought with it being Christmas time, what better way but to have someone who truly represents our commission well and has served the longest of anyone, Miss Sue Ellen Lambert Young.
Feeling you were trying to indicate that I'm old.
No. And I'll tell you what else. When I was sworn in, my daughter was 3, and we have the cutest pictures because she's also a phenomenal photographer.
Thank you. I'm so honored.
We love you. We
Thank you.
appreciate you. And I threatened the girls in my office that I was going to say, and our very favorite member of the staff, Sue Ellen Young, but they said if I did, I'd get in trouble. But hey, we believe that.
And I had a teacher, Miss Andress, that was a great teacher in 7th grade that is Commissioner Kavanaugh's mother. So she was wonderful.
I know, come see him right here. Yeah, good job.
Set it on a timer.
Thank you. Let us pray. Almighty God, Heavenly Father, we come before you today in humility and faith. We thank you for all you have given us and the many blessings in our lives. We ask for your guidance and strength today. Show us the way and impart this commission with courage and wisdom. Help us to remember your love and grace and to be faithful in our service to you. Give us the patience and understanding to face life's challenges with grace. We ask these things in your name. Amen. If you'll please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Now, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from our November the 7th, 2023 meeting?
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
With there being no old business to discuss, we will move on to the new business of the commission, and we will begin with our commission reports. First up is our Utility Services Division, represented by Mr. Jeff Johnston, our Division Director.
Morning.
Morning.
Today I'll be reviewing the agenda dated November 28th, 2023. Beginning with services, electric and gas inquiries. All were fairly normal compared to past. Alabama Power was up slightly, but 5 of those were just requests for information only, so otherwise it was around normal. For basic service only, it was fairly low this month. There were only 3, all of which were under the PSD jurisdiction. For other retail services, there were 2. Both of those were cable TV. There were 5 referred inquiries, so the total telecom for the month was 10. Moving to natural gas agenda, docket 18046 and 18328. The division report on rate RSE for Spire Alabama, Inc. Based on preliminary figures as of October 31st, 2023, the projected RSE return on average common equity for the rate year ending September 30, 2024 was 9.44%. This is below the range. Under docket 28101, division report on rate RSE for Spire Gulf, Inc. Based on preliminary figures as of October 31st, 2023, the projected RSE return on average common equity for the rate year ending September 30, 2024 was 9.83%. This is within the range. Under docket U5318, Spire Alabama, Inc. Application for approval of a special services agreement with International Paper Company, the Prattville facility. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Under docket U5460, Spire Alabama, Inc. Application for approval of a special services agreement with J.M. Smucker, LLC. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Moving to the telecommunication agenda, I have 4 interconnection agreements that I'll take under one vote, if that's okay. Under docket U5456, Brightspeed Broadband LLC and Brightspeed of Alabama LLC and Brightspeed of Southern Alabama LLC. Under docket U5457, Level 3 Communications LLC and Otelco Telephone LLC doing business as GoNetspeed. Under docket U5458, Consolidated Communications of Florida Company, Inc. and Level 3 Communications LLC. Last, docket U5459, Level 3 Communications LLC and Roanoke Telephone Company doing business as TEC. For all of those, we recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Under amended interconnection agreements, docket U4888, Bell South Telecommunications LLC doing business as AT&T Alabama or AT&T Southeast and Charter FiberLink Alabama LLC. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Under cancellations and withdrawals, docket 23869, MCI Communication Services LLC doing business as Verizon Business Services They are asking to cancel their certificate of public convenience and necessity for customer-owned, coin-operated telephone service in Alabama. At present, they do not have any payphone service and haven't for the past several years. We recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Under docket 29440, Telecom Management, Inc., doing business as Pioneer Telephone. They're seeking to cancel their certificate of public convenience and necessity and withdrawing their tariff for toll resale services. They no longer provide any services to consumers in the state of Alabama, therefore no customers will be affected. We recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And last, under docket 28128, a name change, Intrado Communications LLC, seeking approval to change the company name to Hypercube Networks LLC. We recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
The remaining items are for information purposes only, so if there are no questions, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good
Morning.
morning. We now have our Gas Pipeline and Safety Division, and we have Jonathan Kimbrell as our acting director at the table.
Today, I'll be presenting the gas pipeline safety agenda that was submitted on November 28th for this meeting. All the activities are going to reflect the month of October. During the month of October, a total of 61 inspections and 4 operator training sessions were conducted utilizing 111 3/4 in-person days. The inspections and training are as follows: 22 standard inspections, 16 construction, 1 operator qualification, 7 public awareness, 2 integrity management inspections, and 13 follow-up inspections for a total of 61. From the 61 inspections, we issued 5 enforcement letters citing 8 non-compliance items during the month. We were able to correct out 9 previously standing non-compliance items during the month of October. Operator training sessions were conducted across the state of Alabama. 3 of them were at utilities, Hartsville, Huntsville, and Scottsboro. 1 was at the Leak City facility in Athens, Alabama, to train multiples at one time. For the month of October, there were 5 reportable state incidents and 0 federal incidents. 3 of the 5 involved contractors striking a gas line. 1 involved a traffic accident where the vehicle ended up leaving the road and striking an above-ground portion of pipe. And 1 involved a homeowner burning brush in the ditch during a no-burn order. And it was able to penetrate the ground through dead roots and light the gas main on fire, plastic gas main on fire. But out of the 5, there were no injuries involved in them, and there was limited fire just to the car accident. Miscellaneous items for gas pipeline safety are limited. It's Mr. Randall Hand was requested to speak as a part of the energy development class at Billingsley High School. He presented a presentation that talked about how natural gas provides energy throughout the state of Alabama and how it affects them personally and the safety aspects of it. Other than that, that is it for gas pipeline safety. We are having our pipeline safety conference at the Renaissance this week. It will kick off officially tomorrow morning. I encourage everybody that's interested to come and see what goes on. There's a lot of good information that we're going to spread to the operators and code changes and upcoming regulations.
Thank you. Next, we have our Utility Enforcement Division represented by Ms. Amanda Sheehan, the Division Director.
Good morning.
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 You have before you the Utility Enforcement Division's agenda dated November 28th, describing the major tasks, inspections, and activities performed during October. First, we will cover the railway safety section. You will see a total of 272 defects noted, 101 track defects, and 171 equipment defects. None of those rose to the level of violation. On the second page, you can see that there were 5 incidents reported during the month. There was a pedestrian strike that resulted in a fatality, a release of nitric acid caused by equipment failure, a semi-truck strike with a diesel spill and fire at a grade crossing in a rail yard, a vehicle strike resulting in a fatality, and a derailment resulting in a fertilizer spill. Myself and the Railway Safety Administrator attended the Association of State Rail Safety Managers annual meeting hosted by the FRA in Kansas City, Missouri during October. Moving to the motor carrier services section. It was a routine month for vehicle registration numbers, intrastate applications, and insurance filings. As of October 31st, 82% of Alabama carriers have registered for the 2023 UCR, and 2024 UCR registration started October 1st, and by the end of the month, we had 23% registered. On page 3, there was a show cause hearing held for 6 carriers that failed to submit their 2022 annual report. 2 were received during the hearing. The other 4 we're pretty sure are out of business. In October, we had 1 household goods supplement tariff, 1 taxi tariff, and 2 regular passenger tariffs that were received and accepted. And staff participated in 1 passenger carrier hearing during the month. And pending any questions, that concludes our report.
Any questions? Thank you. Next, we have our electricity division represented by Mr. John Free, the division director, and Ms. Patricia Smith, our public utility analyst manager.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
You have before you the Electricity Policy Division's agenda dated November 28, 2023. Ms. Patricia Smith will present the division's monthly update on rates, RSE, and ECR for Alabama Power Company.
Commissioners.
Morning.
The first item on our agenda is the division's monthly report on rates RSC and ECR and dockets 18117, 18416, and 18148. In regards to rate RSC, the staff performed its monthly examination of the books and records of Alabama Power Company and determined the reprojected weighted return on average retail common equity was 6.36% for the 12 months ending December 31, 2023. This return is based on 10 months of actual data for January through October 2023 and 2 months of budget data for November through December 2023. As for rate ECR, the staff performed the regular month review of Alabama Power's energy costs for the month of October and determined an over-recovery of approximately $23.4 million. Commissioner, this is our report on RSC and ECR.
Thank you.
Commissioners, those are all the items we have this morning. So pending any questions that you may have, this concludes our report.
Thank you. Next, we have our legal division represented by Commission Administrative Law Judges Sue Ellen Young and Luke Bentley, followed by Judge John Garner.
Morning.
I have 6 non-controversial items, so I will take those together if that's all right with you. First item is docket 33418. It's an unopposed application to transfer motor carrier certificates C 4125, FNP A 99, and P 651 from Able LLC DBA Able Home Care Services to Able Non-Emergency Medical Transport Service LLC. Second item is docket C-20753. It's a petition of Gulf Hauling and Construction Incorporated for reinstatement of motor carrier certificate F-4693, which was revoked due to the petitioner's failure to maintain proper proof of cargo insurance coverage. Recommend a grant of the petition for reinstatement. The next item is docket C-20737. It's a petition of Apollo Limo Service, Inc. for reinstatement of motor carrier certificate 3899, which was revoked due to the petitioner's failure to maintain proper proof of liability insurance coverage. Recommend a grant of the petition for reinstatement. Next, we have docket C-20758. It's the petition of Bolt Movers LLC, DBA Bolt Movers, for reinstatement of motor carrier certificate C-40 which was revoked due to the petitioner's failure to maintain proper proof of liability. Recommended a grant of the petition for reinstatement. Next, we have docket 32988. It's the petition of And We Ride LLC for cancellation of motor carrier certificate 4094. A recommended grant of the cancellation is requested. And lastly, we have docket 33322. Motor carrier certificate 4144 was issued to Dennis Luxury Transportation LLC by commission order dated March 8th, 2023. This order also required Dennis Luxury Transportation to file its tariff, obtain insurance and registration numbers, and properly identify its vehicles. Dennis Luxury Transportation has failed to make the required filings. I recommend a cancellation on 30 days' notice.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
I have 5 items on the regular agenda and 1 off the agenda item. Starting on page 2, under dockets 30872 and C17947, the petition of CDC Trucking LLC of Pell City, Alabama for cancellation of motor carrier certificate F2536. CDC Trucking also has Cargo Self-Insurance Authority. I recommend a grant. The cancellation of the certificate is requested, and grant of the cancellation of the Cargo Self-Insurance Authority is requested.
Are you taking them individually?
Individually, they're all
So moved.
different categories.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
Sorry, I should let you know that. All right, under docket 33424, a show cause proceeding for Morgan Moving and Storage, Inc. of Boonville, Mississippi for failure to provide the commission the documentation required for household goods carriers. I recommend the issuance of an order establishing a show cause proceeding for Morgan Moving and Storage, Inc.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
For docket 33407, show cause proceeding for Stay In on the Move Trucking LLC of Utah, Alabama for failure to respond to audit inquiries for 2023 Unified Carrier Registration. The commission order dated October 6, 2023 directed Stay In on the Move to provide the required documentation and appear at a hearing on November 13, 2023. Stay In on the Move failed to appear at the hearing. I recommend the issuance of an order suspending the UCR registration of Stay In on the Move Trucking LLC for all activities.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
Moving to the top of page 3, under docket 32744, INRI Regulation of Transportation Network Companies. Order dated September 18th, 2023, the commission initiated a rulemaking proceeding to consider proposed revisions to Rule TNC 2, Rule TNC 3, and Rule TNC 5. The order also included a proposal by Razier LLC, also known as Uber, to amend the vehicle safety inspection requirements in Rule TNC 7. And Uber requested that Rule TNC 7 included an inspection grace period of 90 days for vehicles less than 10 years old and an inspection waiver for vehicles less than 3 years old. The order establishing this proceeding set a public comment period. On October 20th, 2023, Uber filed comments that indicated general support for the proposals to amend the definitions in Rule TNC 2, to clarify the calculation of late fees related to TNC permit renewals in Rule TNC 3, and to clarify the penalty provisions concerning legal assessment fees in Rule TNC 5. Regarding the proposed changes to Rule TNC 3 concerning driver photographs, Uber suggested that rather than prohibit the use of filters as proposed, and the commission order suggested that there just be a general prohibition against those filters. Uber suggested the PNC revise the rule to require the TNCs to make reasonable efforts to ensure driver profile photos do not have filters or digital effects. I recommend the adoption of the proposed changes to Rule TNC 2, Rule TNC 3, Rule TNC 5, and Rule TNC 7, except with a modification to accept Uber's proposal that requires TNCs to make reasonable efforts to ensure driver profile photos do not have filters or digital effects.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
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 All right, the last item on the regular agenda under docket 33414, the application of Gigapower LLC of Dallas, Texas for a certificate to provide telecommunications services in the state of Alabama. The hearing was held on November 13th, 2023, in which commission staff participated. I recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
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 And moving to the off-agenda item, this is dated November 30th, 2023. It's under docket 32553, petition of Community Utilities of Alabama, Inc., CUA or petitioner, for approval to increase its tariff monthly sewer rates. The tariff proposed CUA would result, the tariff proposed by CUA would result in a 7.14% increase in its rates, and that would amount to a residential rate of $78.74, a new RV rate of $58.03, a new rate for vacant lots of $17.51, and also proportional adjustments for those commercial customers. CUA represents that these proposed changes to its rates would result in an estimated increase in annual revenue of approximately $148,078, based on a proposed return on equity of 11.06% with a rate base of $6,167,458. CUA requested that the proposed tariff become effective on July 1st, 2023. On June 13th, 2023, the Commission suspended the proposed tariff through December 28th, 2023, to allow sufficient time for investigation and study of the requested changes. On June 16th, the Office of the Attorney General intervened in the matter. The hearing was held on October 19th, in which representatives from utilities, the Attorney General, and Commission staff were present and participated. The petitioner offered sworn testimony at the hearing, as well as several exhibits. As agreed to during the hearing, the petitioner also submitted 2 post-hearing filings. The first of those was a brief that addressed issues identified at the hearing, particularly issues related to certain capitalized expenditures associated with acquisitions in 2017 and how those affected community utilities attached to your rate base. And the second post-hearing filing was an update on the rate case expenses. And on the next page is my recommendation. First, recommend the Commission approve the proposed 11.06% return on equity. Also recommend a finding that community utilities stated rate base conflicts with testimony and findings in a prior proceeding regarding the rate base associated with the systems acquired from 2017. So I recommend an adjustment of the proposed rate base to $5,556,987. So considering the above adjustment to rate base and the reasonableness of the other aspects of community utilities proposal, I recommend that allow a 3.88% increase in rates, and that results in a new residential rate of $76.34, a new RV rate of $56.26, and a new vacant lot rate of $16.97, and proportional adjustments for the commercial customers other than all. And that amounts to an estimated increase in annual revenue of $80,438.
So moved.
Second.
Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Overton.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, we have Judge John Garner.
Thank you, Madam President. The only items I have for presentation this morning are those that are reflected on the administrative agenda. Recommend approval of all those items.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Overton.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam President. That's all I have.
Does anyone have any other new business to come before the commission? With there being no other new business to bring before the commission, in closing, let me remind you that our next monthly meeting is on January the 9th of 2024. Quick reminder, turn your phones back on so as not to miss a call. And with there being no further business, like I said, let me just say Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. We stand adjourned.